Hey guys, Lemon Gaming 123 here, back again once again, people, and today we are doing the top 5 reasons why Advanced Warfare was a decent Call of Duty. Surprising to many people, I know. I did a lot of Advanced in the past, so for Throwback Thursday, why not go back to it? Since this game kind of, got my YouTube channel started. So yeah. So let's get on to it. Alright. So the first reason was straight up infected. I didn't care what other game mode was on there. Team Deathmatch, whatever. Infected was hands down one of my personal favorite game modes of all time. Still to this day, sometimes I like to go to Modern Warfare 3 and play Infected. I mean, both game modes are fun, advanced, and Modern Warfare 3, etc., etc. Those were amazing. I don't know why some people hated it, but if they were to bring this back to Black Ops 3, that'd be lit. And I do say lit. So let's go to reason number 2. And that was probably, some people may or may not agree with this, probably the Exos. I mean, I thought they did a better job than Black Ops 3. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Exos were decent, but to the way where you would have a juice, like a certain amount of juice, and even if you were to get in contact with the ground, it wouldn't matter. See, in Advance, you could go straight. Like, you can go any direction you want. You could exo slide. You could what's that? Go sideways in the air. You can go straight to further, to increase your distance and all that. And third reason, alright, and yeah, and while in Black Ops 3, you kind of move to the side while you use your exo. Like, you aren't really going to that one direction you want to go to, like straight and etc. So yeah. So reason number 3, and believe it or not, people may actually disagree with me, but it's the fact that all the guns are balanced, and you can't even hate on it. Like, sure, some people did use the ASM-1, the BAL 27, it was OU, those are OU guns, overused, but at the same time, you could use almost, well, actually any gun in the game, and they're all good, except for that one gun, what's it called? I forgot this rocket launcher, but that's pretty much the only exception. That I could name a few other guns that were decent that weren't like the ASM-1 and BAL. All right, I'm gonna start naming them right now. All right, HBR, M1 irons, the heavy shield, which was probably the smartest thing to run as your secondary when you have the overkill class. And finally, the MP40 or the STG. You can say that. Alright, so let's go to reason number 4. Reason number 4 might be crazy, but the hit detection, it's amazing. I can't lie. I actually prefer this over Black Ops 3. Example being, there are times where you kill the enemy, but there are other times where you shoot the enemy first, but they somehow get the kill on you, which defies logic, but still. I think we could all agree that it's way, way, way better than this, kind of foo-foo-ness. So, let's go to reason number, I think we're on 4 already, yeah. So the hit detection was good. I think we could all agree, supply drops, were a bad thing, but that's it. But, yeah, let's go to another reason. And I think this is reason number 5, right? So reason number 5 is, well, let's all be straight up. In Advance, you had kill streaks. Kill streaks were overpowered at certain times. They weren't, but I would definitely say that number 5 was definitely skin customizations. Example being, although this wasn't the first Call of Duty to do this, it was certainly an amazing Call of Duty to do this, if you kind of get my drift. But yeah. So basically, you could be a cured gingerbread skin or a clown, like a scary movie clown. You could be an assassin theme. You could be a cowboy theme. You could mix and match. Like, there was so much you could do that I don't even think. I think there's at least an infinite amount. Like, I don't think that there's no other way. You could change one thing from everybody else. I mean, there are some people who want to get the just pure royal gear or some sort of legendary gear, but like still, those are still decent. And why not? You know what? I'll add a few more few more good things. I guess might as well. This video is gonna be a while. So I guess we could say for reason number 6 was probably the fact that literally, I would say that this Call of Duty was good for beginners. Like Black Ops 3, you had to be a professional. I mean, a really good professional. But like, I'm not saying I'm trash, but like, I'm just saying like, there's some people that they like the first time, oh, they were screwed. But like here, I mean, the first game, you don't. Sometimes people do not have bad. Like that's an average. Like they do averagely. And there are some bad players in the advance. Don't get me wrong. Every Call of Duty will have that one or two. Oh, well, the noobs, of course, but like still. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying, like, yeah. So reason number 7 was probably like emblems are, you know, they gotten better with emblem customizations. They brought it back, which was kind of amazing because the Modern Warfare franchise, they never had it. So it was like kind of sad, but kind of cool at the same time. So they brought back emblems, which you cannot lie. Like emblems are probably the best thing to any Call of Duty in my opinion. One of the best features, because there's like an infinite amount of like things you could do, like with the character customization. So yeah. So I know. Let's go with reason number 8. So reason number 8 was like, you know, the EXO, I did say that earlier, but has anyone ever noticed that EXO punch, like I know it isn't a knife, but the best part about it was actually the fact that, like, you know, Black Ops 3, you had to equip a knife, or else it was like you had to hit the opponent twice, like your enemy twice, which is stupid. Instead of adding an insta kill, because that would mean it's kind of harder to kill your enemies now. Like if you're gonna go with pure fists only. So the best part was it was an insta kill fist where it didn't matter if you had a knife or not. It didn't matter if you had nothing in your class. Like you would have a regular knife, but like, did you really need the regular knife? Answer was no. You could hold, like, let's say an HBR. You could fire into hordes of enemies, slide in, exo punch the first person you see, and yeah, you know, it's pretty crazy. Like, there's so much you could do with that fist. And keep in mind, it's just a punch slash fist. It shouldn't be like that OP, but still, it's pretty cool. So why don't we go with another good reason, and it's the fact that the maps weren't, reason number 9, by the way, it was the fact that most of the maps were not bad. They were not, like, they were pretty good in my opinion. I kind of enjoyed most of the maps. I think the only map I hated was, yeah, let me remember. I think it was Green Band. Yeah, it was Green Band, I think I hated. But that was, like, other than that map, I think it wasn't bad. So let's go with reason number 10. And it's probably the fact that it doesn't need, you don't require a DLC to have fun. Like, examples being Black Ops 3, like, oh, I want to play a new map with my friends, right? Too bad, you have to pay $15 for your DLC and 4 pointless other multiplayer maps that you don't want. Oh, you want the giant? $6, please. While in advance, you never needed to pay a single penny as soon as you got the game. You don't need no DLC. You don't need anything to have fun with your friends, honestly. They were decent like was that starter map, so like honestly I had a lot of fun and I didn't have to really pay that much. I mean, when I got this, and this game is kind of dear to my heart too, just because, well, not only was my first Call of Duty in the PS4 to be specific, it was not bad. Like, I didn't need no DLC. Everyone was like, "Ooh, this new DLC was coming out." Allier was like, "This new DLC was coming." I didn't care because honestly, I liked the game just without it. Like, I had the first DLC because it came with the game. I think it was the Gold Edition or something. I don't know, but like, yeah. Um, the best part about it was you were not gonna get. It was not like Black Ops 2 where you would have a DLC weapon with it that was overpowered. Example being the Peacekeeper. Bro, when I used the Peacekeeper, it was like game over. It's GG. Whoever uses it. So let's go with another reason. Personally, reason number 11. Might as well keep going. So reason number 11 would probably be the fact that, what was that? You know, camping wasn't really a thing in advance. Like, it was rare for me to see a camper, on my experience. While many people, while a lot of people in Black Ops 3, and this is the thing I find the most flawed with, is people camping with a shotgun in the corner with high KD, like no deaths and like 1,000 kills, just because they camped with a shotgun in a corner, and that's probably the only reason why they win, because they camp. Well, in advance, that was a different story. You camp, you're just letting your whole team down, and you're probably ruining their their fun and all that. So another thing was probably reason number 12 was probably the fact that although Ghost was trash, it kind of proved that Advance and Ghost weren't really that bad. I'd say that they're pretty underrated. And like currently for me, the only flaw nowadays with this game is just the fact that when you try to go play like the best game mode of all time, in my opinion, Infected, you can't just because there's no game anywhere to be found unless you play with your friends, which is pretty cool. I mean, we play a lot of private games, which is probably reason number 13. Private, like, you could play Michael Myers in such a fun, experiencing way. Now, mini games in this, like custom mini games, hide and seek, and all that, they were fun just because, like, some of them, they were hard to find. Well, Black Ops 3, don't get me wrong, hide and seek in Black Ops 3 is amazing too, but not as fun as Michael Myers in Advance. Like, example being, you can be, it can be more challenging. Example being, this guy, Michael Myers could have a shield on his back, or the survivors could have a shield on their backs, and all that. So it was pretty good. Honestly, you couldn't hate on it. And I think we're up to 14 or 15, I think. Or 13. I'll just say 13, I guess. Might as well. 13th reason was probably the fact that literally people in it, like the community, it wasn't as, I say this game wasn't overhyped. I say this game, like, it's not overhyped. Now, listen, overhyped games tend to be bad, or not as like people hoped. Example being Black Ops 3. Like, everyone knew Black Ops 2 was gonna save the franchise, but the thing was, not everyone agreed to the idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, they brought back, well, instead of calling it exos, they call it thrusts, air thrusts. I know it sounds weird, but like, I don't know why, but still they have air thrusts. So that's sad, in my opinion. You know, I thought that they wouldn't add it, but they decided to. So that's like the only reason. Or what was that? What was that game called? MK, not Mortal Kombat, but I forgot what was this, or Ghost. Some people overhyped Ghost. Like, people said it was gonna do this and that, but it was horrible. So, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and peace.